Over in New York, that I don't know if you guys peeped this. That it was a rookie police officer gave her lieutenant a lap dance, and boy, was it a lap dance in front of everyone. I mean, it was more like dry fucking.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
She was good looking. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I mean, he was just like sitting on there. A lap dance is very mild. This was like she was getting after.
It wasn't her first time.
She's a detective now.
Oh yeah, she detected a boner because they. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Bird Zidell. With me, as always, the boys in our building. My main man, Dr. Schulz. What up?
What up?
And we got my main man, medium-sized Cock Rosado over there.
What's up?
And Moneyline Welsh is running late today, so he will be here at some point, but the show must go on. So, boys, how was the holidays?
It was great, man. It was nice. It was relaxing. It wasn't nothing crazy, so it was a nice change of pace. Just relax, drink some adult beverages, and have a good time.
How about you, Rosado?
Dude, it was like, to get it all done.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I probably built more shit this Christmas than any other Christmas before. And I wanted to get everything done before Christmas Eve because then, I just wanted to, let loose.
Yeah.
And I got it done, and I let it loose.
So, dude, you were I seen you, obviously, on Christmas Eve, but you were telling me how much shit you had to put together.
Dude,
you
like
have
three bikes, a Barbie, dollhouse, whatever.
They're not even dollhouses now. They're like mansions. There's
it was a pretty sweet house.
Yeah,
and then it didn't stop there
degree.
because then after everything else they got, I'm opening box. It's just
Plus the shit they get.
Yeah, the shit they get. There's still more shit to put together that I'm just over it now.
Yeah.
I don't even want to take anything out of out of this stupid plastic packaging anymore. But I mean, it was good. They had a good time.
That's really all it. I guess when you got kids,
they were super pumped up. Like I said, I thought your Christmas Eve was fun.
Yeah,
you got to see some family. Christmas Day gets a little hectic running around.
Yeah, it was. It's for me not having kids. It's I think it's different for me than it is for you guys. You know what I mean?
It's all about them,
right? You have these high expectations, and a lot of them are unrealistic. And then you said, when they wake up in the morning and they're all pumped up, and that's all it really matters.
The amount of garbage though is fucking
garbage
ridiculous,
is insane, dude. My garbage day was Christmas Eve, and they picked it up, and I got so much shit.
Now it's just
my living room, literally everything isn't even unpacked.
Well, you got three girls,
right?
And people are just hurling gifts at them.
Hurling gifts because on Johanna's side, they're well, no, her sister has a couple kids, but there's only 5 kids, and we still got to see 2 of her aunts, so there's gonna be two. You know what I mean? They just get totally spoiled with this.
Something funny made me think about you, Rizal. It's a little bit off topic, but Deion Sanders was posting how his kids were showing up to his house empty-handed. They didn't have no gifts for Deion. They just walk in. It's Christmas time. They don't have no gifts for Dad. First dad I thought was Rosado's dad. There's no way that Rosado and his sisters could walk in there with no gifts for their dad. He
got a ring just for that purpose.
Dude, I mean, the older to get, the better his gifts get.
Yeah.
I'm in that mid-range where, my gifts aren't that great anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think once you get a little bit older, then they try to take care of the old man.
55 and up. You know what I mean? They start to try to make up.
Yeah,
for
there's a good Christmas where you're I made it. Now I'm getting good stuff.
I got him these sweet pair of golf shoes that I'm man, I really wish I want to get these for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I couldn't buy 2 pairs. So.
You bought your size.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You don't like these?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I know. It was we had a good time. I stopped over at John's on Christmas Eve. Saturday, Addie we had a couple people over. Her mom and dad came over, so we really didn't want to. I had to go to my cousin Jean's. I was there for a little bit, and I didn't get to eat over there, but I was like hanging out. I got to meet my mom's boyfriend, who's actually like so normal. It was like a bummer. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted this dude to be like completely drunk and insane and like throwing shit, trying to steal stuff out of my cousin's house.
Podcast material.
Yeah, like good part. But he like shook my hand, and then but like then my mom like totally just like whispers but doesn't whisper. She's like, well, he got me vodka, and then he gave me money. And he gave me a big bag of weed, and like my cousin Brody there is like 13 or 12, and he's just like looking at her, you know what I mean? And she was like, said something else, she's like, well, that's not all he gave me. And I'm like, oh, I gave her the Dickens. But
At least he got her all drunk and high first. He knew how
drunk
to...
and banged
Obviously,
her.
he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
And TF'd her, dude. So, dude. This is great. So me and my cousin Gene were hanging out over at his house. This is Christmas Day. He was like, dude, he don't like ask no one to really bring nothing, but if you want to bring something, bring it. My Aunt Penny, he was like insisted on bringing the salad. So like Todd's gonna post these pictures if you're not watching this. I showed it to Shuli before this, but there's 12 people here. He told her there's gonna be 12 people. She literally brought like two separate what's that?
To-go containers.
To-go containers of like this big. They were like not even a cup, and we poured them both into one bowl. And it was surely what was it, about half a bowl?
It was like a half of a medium-sized bowl.
A half of a cereal bowl
Yeah.
full of salads. Everyone's like,
Not even a head of lettuce.
Like, it's one person's. It's one person's salad.
and then the comment, of course, like I'm all over that. I'm taking pictures of it. And then she goes, what's the matter with you? And I'm like, nothing. Just look, who's going to eat that salad? She goes, well, then why don't you bring it next year, Michael? I love the old, why don't you bring it next year, Michael? I'm like, hey, dude, I'm just saying, you say you're going to bring salad for everybody, bring it.
Well, everybody gets one slab.
Yeah, and then like my cousin's daughter was like, well, I ate a little bit last night. And I'm like, what, like 3 heads of lettuce? Like, what'd you eat?
She ate a little bit of the salad before she brought it?
Yeah, like that night. Like, she brought it the day before because she makes this like special salad. We find out she buys it from Panera. Because how do you make it? I get it from Panera. But she puts it in like separate Tupperware to make it seem like it's hers.
Oh, so she like takes it out of the original to-go container, puts it in like a Tupperware. That's, you know what? I kind of like that maneuver.
Dude, I'll tell you, but if you're going to do it, though, you get the Olive Garden salad.
Yeah.
That's a salad.
I mean,
They load you up.
Right.
Unlimited breadsticks.
You ever get one of them?
Yeah, they're freaking delicious.
They're huge, too.
What, to go?
Yeah, like they're like a big bowl.
And the
of
dressing's
just salad.
amazing.
They'll give you like a whole dressing on the side with breadsticks.
That's the key.
Next Christmas.
Yeah, I'll get the salad next Christmas. I'm going to Olive Garden. But this other story, like I wasn't even gonna say it, but Addie like insisted that I say it. So this is fucking funny. So I go over, see like my relatives over, my cousin Jean's. My mom gives me stuff for me and Addie. Everything that everyone gives us is for me and Addie. On her side of the family too. It's usually like, this is for you guys. So my mom gives me like a bag for me, a bag for Addie. So when I get home, Addie's parents are already there, and like Addie opened up her gift. I had a gift. Open it up, and there's a card sitting on the table, and it says to Addie and Mike. You know, it's like I don't say nothing. Well, later, I give Addie her card for my mom. Later on that night, I'm like sitting there thinking, like, her parents traditionally give us each a little bit, like a nice, you know what I mean? They give us money every year. They like give us a decent amount. And this year, I was like, what's up, Addie? She was like, nothing. I was like, well, you gave me a Giant Eagle gift card from your mom. Like, they didn't give you money this year. Oh, they did. Oh, was that for both of us? And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, well, what's the card say? Oh my God, it does say for Addie, to Addie and Mike. I'm like, well, yeah, I would say half is mine.
Yeah, that's a 50%.
I would say half is mine.
She's tired of that shit.
Yeah, she is, dude. Her parents hook us up every year, and I'm like super grateful for it. And like I was like, you know, like I didn't even think nothing of it, but I did see the card that said Addie and Mike on it. It just all night it was like burning in my brain, like, huh. It's in that card.
Like half of this peach candle's yours.
Did
too,
she come off of it, or?
Yeah, she came. She felt. Like, I didn't want her to feel bad. She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. You know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, but like, if you were in my shoes,
The old amnesia will get you.
would you have been like, you know what I mean?
You gotta nudge. You gotta nudge.
Yeah, I might have like
You know what I mean?
inquired, like, oh, what was it?
That's how I did.
So what was that? A Red Lobster gift card?
Yeah. Oh no, you sure? Yeah.
I like
give me-
Red Lobster.
Well, I told her, I think with story, I was like, hey, that Giant Eagle gift card, I'm just going to use it to get a Costco gift card or something. Some kind of gift. I don't really like Giant. She said, well, no, it's for us. I was like, oh, well, it's for us? Like, and she was like, oh, well. I'm like, well, what else was in the card? Because I knew there was something.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think of it. Like the part where it said, too out of your mic, you didn't think that maybe I'd want a little bit.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't
you
wet
get-
my beak.
Yeah, you get the Giant Eagle gift card. She gets the cash.
Like,
I mean, it was good. It was solid try on her part, you know. She
Yeah.
gave it the old college go.
it was funny. I went Sunday. Me and a buddy of mine went to a meeting of for them 12-step people, and there was a dude there that had like gift cards that he was like saying how like his family gave him gift cards, and like it just reminded me like that's how you know your family doesn't trust you when they give you shit like Michael's. Like craft store, Barnes and Nobles, and fucking Subway gift cards. Like you're a total piece of shit, and you're lucky they even let you in the house. You know,
They Googled what do drug dealers not want.
yeah, exactly. What gift cards will drug dealers not take in exchange for drugs? And it was like Barnes and Nobles was at the top of the list. But I was
Subway, dude. Talk about something you can't. I mean,
no. I told him. I
you
mean,
get pennies on a dollar.
You
on
gotta
that
take
one.
that to the pawn shop. You know what I mean? Yeah, get quarters on the dollar there.
Barnes and Noble sells baseball cards, so I like nudged him, like, "Oh, what do you don't want them?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna try to start getting into reading or something." I'm like, "Fuck." Well, if you ever relapse, here's my number. I'll 50 cents on the dollar, cousin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, how about the Steelers? Big game yesterday.
They look good, man.
Yeah. I mean, dude, what the fuck? Like, I had expectations. I guess they were unrealistic. I thought they could hang in that game for some reason in my head, and boy, did they prove me wrong.
It was just an all-around failure. Every phase of the game: coaching, play, offense, defense, special teams.
Dude, they do the same. The thing that's frustrating, like they're not getting any better. They're like, yeah, we're trying real hard. Like, okay, so one of your receivers got another taunting penalty after he finally got a first down. Like,
Right.
And he killed the drive because he had a taunting penalty, and he stinks. Ray McLeod, you stink.
Right. Right.
And then Deontay Johnson catches a ball and then runs and just throws it. It's like, dude, did somebody pay you off?
Dude,
They stink. They're hard to watch, and they're not
Yeah.
getting any.
Extremely hard to
They do
watch.
the same things bad every week.
what you said hit the nail on the head. The one thing about them, like everyone's talking about it, they're like on all like the little betting sites, like bet against the Steelers in the first half, it's a guaranteed lock. And boy, if it isn't, every fucking week they're losing in the first half.
They set 2 new records. One was like no points scored in the first half in like so many games. And
Right.
the other one was getting 20-plus points scored on them in the first half for like 4 games in a row, 3 games in a row, something like
yeah,
that. Dude. Like,
that's impressive.
Dude, the best part
Yeah.
is like the one dude broke up like a pass in the end zone. It was like 30-0,
And he
and he
took
turned
it.
around and did his like primetime dance.
Yeah,
that's what kills me.
that was at the
dude.
very end of the game.
Yeah, it was like third quarter. This game was like getting well away from the Steelers.
Yeah.
And then there's still people that think like, yeah, dude, that's right. They're gonna come back though because they always get beat up in the first half. They're gonna put it.
Yeah.
It was like probably like one of the hardest games to watch in a long. They're all hard to watch.
All I
They
heard was
stink.
people like, I didn't even watch
I wish
whole
the
game.
season
Yeah.
was over.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they just
For
go keep
them.
losing. Maybe we get a decent quarterback, you know?
Dude,
I
I don't-
line. We need
No, they
we got
won't.
a lot of work.
They'll like win one. You they're okay, and then
Yeah.
they'll lose another one. They stink.
Dude,
They
I'm
stink.
100%. Like I love Najee Harris. I think he plays really hard. I think he's good. I think he's going to be great in the future.
Shut
But
him down.
If they don't fucking get a line, like you know what I mean. As much shit as like people talk on Juju, like he's a physical ass receiver and he'll block. Like there's no
Claypool
Dude,
wall.
Ray McLeod, Chase Claypool,
Yeah.
they all just miss blocks. Like
Right.
they don't know, like they don't understand. Like that's like when you're not catching, like when there's a run play, brother.
Yeah.
you got to still do your part.
Dude,
Right.
You know who our number 2 receiver is? Fucking Ray McLeod, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. He was like a special team specialist from like Baltimore or some
Whatever,
shit.
if he comes up, that's fine. But he ain't good enough to get
he ain't the
a
number
taunting
2.
penalty.
yeah, you get,
Yeah, he ain't that good.
I wonder what he said to him though, because it really like he just like pointed at his face and said something. I'd love to know what he
I
said.
almost seemed like the dude was like right, like he didn't mean like because he was right in his face and how the way he pointed. I was thinking like I bet he was like I mean, obviously wasn't thinking, but like if that dude would have been a little bit back further, I think it would have been okay. You know what I mean? But the dude was right in his fucking face. He was like,
dude. So yeah, you still got the same. You got that. You got the play calling is weird.
Awful.
Weirdly, it sucks. It's just fine. Fire everybody.
yeah.
Dude, why are you kicking a field goal when it's 30-0 in the third quarter?
You know what? The only reason they did that was so because Tomlin's thinking, I can't get shot at. We got to kick this fucking field goal. There's no way
This is like probably the fourth game where it's like totally embarrassing.
Yeah.
For the organization.
Yes.
Like, dude, that field goal isn't like.
I know, but there's some weird thing about teams not wanting to get shut out. I've seen it. Teams do it before, like where they'll kick a field goal in the third quarter
Just to save the goose egg.
Yeah, when they're down by 40 points, just to get something on the board. You know what I mean? And that Deontay Johnson touchdown at the end, that it helped in like a lot of people who had like fantasy football and shit like that. So like those garbage points matter to losers, but not to real people. But moving on from sports, there's a new. They're coming out with a new thing for like your computer screen. They're running tests for it where you can like taste the screen and like taste what's on the other side. And like they're portraying it as like you can eat at restaurants across the world.
It's like Wonka vision.
And like, yeah, like so you'll like sit there and you'll lick this screen. And I'm like, dude, this is 100% for Grease and Roots. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
Like, could you imagine like how like everything that comes out has a creepy side to it,
It
technology.
all starts on the creepy side.
Well, it starts like Rosario said, that's their Trojan horse. They're gonna say you can lick the screen to taste restaurants all over the place. Next thing you know,
Strictly for buttholes.
yeah, there's just buttholes everywhere, and dudes fucking screens,
You're going to have them glasses on.
them 3D glasses.
3D glasses just looking at a screen.
Come on, Oculus.
Yeah, yeah, come here, Oculus.
Population will be down in no time.
Oh, dude. Who's gonna leave the house?
Nobody.
He's too busy licking. Like, dude, you get some screen last night? You know? Like, man, this bitch was all up on the screen. I was greasing. Like, oh, dude, that's what's up.
I'll be sending hashtags to you.
Could you imagine how crazy that is?
How can that even, like, I understand science came a long way. How could that possible? How could that be possible that, like, a taste or smell could come out of your screen? Unless there's, like, chemicals in your screen.
It would have to be. So I'm almost thinking it would be like the process of like what's in your printer, like how does it put it together? You'd have to have already some type of chemicals in your computer that would combine to release, like they would say, okay, you know, it's agent B1249.
Right, just to make the right molecular structure of butthole juice.
Yeah. B6, baby. Like, man, she tasted like an A4. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I'm out of A3.
Yeah. Man, bitch's butthole tasted like sweet potatoes.
Like, dude, I think your B12 went bad.
Yeah. I think someone forgot to wipe some of the B4 because that was tasting like B shit.
A little dingleberry stew.
Yeah. Like, that's not lint on my screen. That's your fucking piece of toilet paper.
Oh.
That's just to keep it real.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, so hopefully we got that to look
Dudes will
forward
be
to.
getting STDs from fucking looking at the screen.
There'll be some weird disease. Like, people will have tongue herpes, but like, dude, that or their screens will be all fucked up.
You have to wear a retainer and shit at night.
So, dude, over in New York, I don't know if you guys peeped this. That it was a rookie police officer gave her lieutenant a lap dance, and boy, was it a lap dance in front of everyone. I mean, it was more like dry fucking.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
She was
Yeah.
good looking. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I mean, he was just like sitting on there. A lap dance is very mild. This was like she was getting after.
It wasn't her first time.
She's a
doing it.
detective now.
Oh yeah, she detected a boner because dude, she was grinding her coos on him so hard. I mean, she might have got pregnant, but like, she was backing that thing up, and I'm like, God damn, this dude's like taking. You know what I mean? He's got to have a boner by now. And she like turned around and got in front, and I'm just like, dude, and like, you know what I mean? She had a skirt on, so you could see, like, you know what I mean, some action going on there. And I was just like, oh wow, like she's moving up for sure.
He definitely had an oyster in his pants.
Oh, for shizzle. You know what I mean? He was definitely like went home and licked his screen like like the kid on Christmas Story, just like the flagpole.
Hey, go ahead, smart ass.
Yeah. But I was like, damn, dude, that dude locked out.
Dude, did she get in any kind of trouble for that?
There was of course, internet sucks and people were corny.
Well, it sucks the dude that recorded it and then
then releases it, and you know what I mean. Like he was there and gets them jammed up a little bit. I don't think much is coming out of it. Her side of the story, which I don't know who got it, but I read the whole article. She says, when I see something I want, I go after it. So, like...
So what, she liked this guy?
Yeah.
She's an independent woman. I like that.
Yeah. She said, when I see
She's
something...
That's just an aggressive move.
Yeah, it is. You know, especially in the Me Too universe we live in.
Yeah.
But she was like...
She's the abuser.
Yeah, but dude, she was...
Poor guy.
I mean, if it don't work out with the police, she got a career at cheerleaders, that's for sure. Because that was a fucking lap dance.
You know the recruiting went through the roof after they seen that.
Oh, dude. Fuck. How many lieutenant applications?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody's like, I'll take the test.
Dude, have you dudes ever done anything at a Christmas party you regret? Have you ever been? It doesn't have to be a company one. Could have been like a...
I got pretty drunk at my Christmas Eve party this year. I mean,
did you?
I don't think I did anything stupid.
You didn't lap dance your dad's dog?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I said anything stupid or broke anything.
No, the worst regret I have is getting so fucked up that the next day is just...
You ruined Christmas.
I seen a good meme that said, you know, like getting drunk today is just borrowing happiness from tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is, because you get so fucked up the next day sucks. That's probably the worst regret. I've never done anything terrible.
I worked at a company up in Washington County, and I remember like I told them all I was sober, but I wasn't, and they had a Christmas party, and I got fucking belligerently drunk, to the point where I had to leave the Texas Roadhouse. You know what I mean? They were like, "Ah, dude, your boy's out of control." I was like,
The Texas Roadhouse?
yeah, I was like jumping around, not eating. Other substances are involved. I'm like pulling people in the bathroom. I'm like saying inappropriate shit, and I'm just like, not like the women or not, but just like being a fucking total dick. And that I remember the next day I woke up and like, you know what I mean, I like got some phone calls like, dude, you're a little out of control at the Christmas party. Like, oh.
Yeah, so we don't have to limit it to just Christmas parties. I mean, there's been parties where, like, you know, Shirley's 40th birthday. You wake up the next day and you think everything's fine, and then you're the asshole.
Yeah.
And then you're like, man, like, that's just the worst. You have that next day anxiety.
The anxiety is the fucking worst.
Because it's in all of us. We have that feeling of when you wake up, you know you did something stupid, but you can't remember exactly what it was.
Right, and then, like, so, like John's example, you know, he got phone calls. The worst is when you don't know, and you're like, I know, like, I feel like I did something fucked up.
Right.
Like, what did I do? Is everybody mad at me? No one's called me. Are they that mad that no one's called me? No one's texted me, saved my life. Like, what
Mine
the
was
fuck?
more or less like everything went fine, and then the next day, like, what do you mean?
John, like, good party, huh?
Who's mad? Everybody. But you know what I like about Jack Welch is, though, he don't make you feel bad about it because he's been there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, dude, shit happens. He's blowing off some steam. Like, yeah. You have, like, Mishka be like, dude, you're such a piece of shit. Dude. Like, I don't need that from you.
No. Misha's
Okay?
like, thank God your mother wasn't there to see you tonight.
Like, thanks, dude.
Dude. Oh, man. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have more Greenfield Finest Podcast. Man, the other day I went to the hunting supply store and I got a cooter detector and it goes beep, beep, beep. And I'm driving through the south side. Next thing I know, that thing starts going off like crazy. Beep, 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 beep. It took me right into 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Man, that cooter detector is the best thing I ever bought. I ain't never seen so much cooter in my life. When I went in there, I couldn't believe my eyes. I never seen so much cooter. I went in there for the cooter, but then I looked at the menu and the food was delicious. Some of the best barbecue in the burg. Not only that, they had every drink I could ever think of. So 12 Whiskey Barbecues filled with cooter, barbecue, and good drinks at 1222 East Carson Street. Make sure you stop down if you like cooter, barbecue, and drinks. 10-4. Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're probably looking outside your house right now, and it probably looks nice. Well, maybe it looks like shit. If it looks like shit, call 412-521-9045, Rosato & Sons Landscaping. And guess what? We just don't do landscaping. That's right, folks. Do you have some concrete outside? It's looking weathered. Maybe your back deck looks like shit. Are you sick and tired of looking outside and seeing shit? Well, did you know that Rosado & Sons also does pressure washing too and free quotes? So call 412-521-9045. It's very affordable and reliable. Make sure this summer get all your projects done and call Rosado & Sons 412-521-9045. Don't hesitate. You'll be late. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe & Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe & Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm the host of Greenfield's Finest Podcast, Michael Z. Birdseye-Dell, and I'm not joking around today because I'm looking for your sports cards, sports memorabilia, or silver coins. If you're in the market to buy, sell, or trade, please contact me at 724-732-1644. Maybe you have some old cards laying around, you don't know what to do with them. We'll come over your house, look at them, get them listed, and get some money in your pocket right away. 724-732-1644. No questions asked. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Real quick, if I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, but if you're watching this on YouTube, could you please smash that like button and leave a comment of a thumbs up? It helps us out tremendously. Like, it gets shown to more people. So the more people that hit like, the more people that give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, anything. Just put something down there in the comments for the love of God, please. All right. Thanks, and welcome to all the new listeners. We picked up 100 listeners last week, so that's pretty cool. All right, everybody, we're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Let's see who be Corn Dicking. First one. I don't know if you guys seen this TikTok or not. The people singing at the ice cream store while they're waiting in line to get ice cream, and they start, like, singing like a family. I'm going to say there's 6 of them. The woman was the ringleader of this nonsense. I don't know if it was the mother, the oldest daughter, but, like, I'm not saying she was a bad singer, but there was people behind them in line, and they go on this whole rant about vanilla ice cream.
They did a TikTok singing like their order.
Yeah.
It was super annoying. I didn't realize until the end of it that there was actually other customers in the store.
Yeah.
Which then, once I seen that, I'm like, I hate these people. I hate them for first off, but the fact you're making other people like wait while you sing this whole like.
Who do you think you are, the Partridge Family?
Right.
It's and here's where it goes back to. They don't care because they're making a TikTok. And in their fucking,
they're more important than you.
Right, in their minds, right now, when people got to make their TikTok, they're going to inconvenience whoever they have to get the job done. So if it's like, oh, I'm going to hold up this line and drive these fucking kids making $8 an hour nuts so we can get 70 views or 700 views, we're going to do it. Honey, hit it. Vanilla, vanilla. And then the little dude's like, chocolate swirl, chocolate swirl, chocolate swirl, chocolate swirl. And I'm just like, shut the fuck
What
up.
if somebody would just start punching people?
That would have been
the best TikTok ever.
If someone would have smashed her in the face with a fucking baseball
That
bat.
poor 14-year-old like dude at the register. Eric, did you get all that? He's like,
What if they sang it
Well,
over?
dude,
You got to punch somebody.
I turned it off when I looked like they were about to start repeating it. I turned it off because I was pretty jacked off.
That's too
He's like,
much.
I was so mesmerized, I really didn't catch any of that.
Yeah.
And that's when he like zoomed to the back, and there's like 4 people standing there, like, huh? Like all I want is a vanilla swirl ice cream cone. I'll get out of here.
Yeah, like you ruined business for them. You ruined the employee's day. People left there not getting what they wanted. They left, but like as long as you got your TikTok, and you know what you got in return? 1 million hate comments. That's what you fucking get when you do dumb shit like that.
I forgot to bring this up about Christmas, dude. Speaking of the singing, so my sister-in-law talks us into going to this like church out in Wexford or whatever, and it's like cool, like hipster church. You know what I mean? Like everybody's dressed in like plaid. Like everybody had a flannel and Doc Martens. Everyone and like a beard. And they started playing like music and shit and singing. And they were trying to like make jokes, like singing and stuff. It reminded me of like a bad improv group or something, dude. It was fucking horrendous. They were singing their hearts out though, dude.
The Tone Rangers.
My kids were like, Dad, is this over yet? I'm like, what, you're not having fun?
Wow, that seems like the worst call on Christmas.
Oh,
I've ever heard
dude,
of.
I did not let my sister-in-law forget about it either.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It was fucking awful.
I wouldn't let her remember where the place is at either when she tries to bring that shit up next year. But yeah, those people at the ice cream store, if you're out there and you're making TikToks and you're ruining people's lives, stop. Stop immediately.
Have you ever ran into something like that where somebody made a TikTok and almost ruined your time?
There was a there's someone was doing something weird at Dick's one time. You know what I mean? Like making a video of them getting a gift for their dad, but it really didn't affect me. But I definitely like stopped to look. It was in the golf section, and they were doing something dumb, and like they were kept going over, and the girl had the putter, and like was like posing with it. And the girl was taking pictures, and she was like showing her making shots. She's like, "Is this the right one for you, Dad?" And like missed the shot, and she's like, "I guess not." And like was trying. I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here."
He was like, yeah, wrong daughter.
But nothing, nothing to the extent of this. Did you have something?
No, I haven't been like caught up in anything like that. I've almost been in like a car accident with somebody like taking like a picture of themselves with kissy face as they're driving. But
Was it Stutch?
no, that was just him. Like he almost killed himself when he was like FaceTiming me for no reason while he was driving. But that would have been on him.
Oh man, I don't know if you guys see this one either. This lady's making corn dick of the week. She was punching and screaming an old man on an airplane for not having his mask on, while she herself didn't have a mask on. Did you guys see this?
I've watched the video. I didn't watch the whole thing because it said like she spits on him too.
She does,
which dude, that would just totally upset me. I couldn't watch that.
So the guy's in the chair, and like you see that they start. This is like they didn't catch the whole entire thing. You're getting like mid argument because you don't know. She has her mask on, screaming at him to put his mask on. Her age, 40 years old, 35 to 40. His age, I'd say 72 to 77, in between that range. Seems like a cool old dude. He's just sitting there, and he was like, the funny part was he was like, "Go sit down, Karen." She had Karen. She was like, "Fuck you." He was like, "Get away from me." And then like finally she like got in his face. She spit on him and punched him in the fucking face. So like they're trying to like move her. People were like trying like they got a drink cart. She's hanging on to this guy. Like what a fucking psycho. She got arrested.
Did she?
I'm glad she did.
It was in Atlanta. Like they were like flying in, and like she got everyone on the airplane's like looking at her like, "What's your fucking problem?"
Like we talked about, what was it, last week? Like, you're being a dick bag to 150 other fucking people.
Right.
Dude. Like, your little fucking beef you got with this dude ain't that important.
No, and like
Shut the fuck up.
Here's the whole thing. Like, it's people's tones. Like, if I felt like someone who did something like that did it for attention to show I'm a pro mask person.
I care more than you.
Right. So like,
But you're up in somebody's face,
Right.
spit, and then you spit on them. Like that's
right.
how you.
I think you get corona from spit.
Yeah, like from close talking
From
to people,
hawkers in your eye.
and then you spit on somebody and punch somebody in the face. Like
Especially
She's
older
like-
guys.
I hope she gets max time for this.
Well, that's the thing. During times like this, you spit on someone. You know what I mean? Like
That's like a hate crime right now.
Well, no, they're both white, but I mean, you're going to get jammed up.
No, I'm just saying because you could pass the virus with it and everything. Everybody's so worried about
Right.
everything. It's like
The deadly weapon.
What if he would have got up and just punched her right in the face, dude?
He could have. I mean, the thing was too, his wife's sitting next to him, and she's like same age as him. Can you imagine what you're doing to these people right now? Like, listen, there's a way to do things out there, and if you're like out there, and if someone's like, it's really bothering you, and you're like concerned, you can definitely like go over to someone quietly and say something to them. If they don't choose not to listen, that's fine. That was your attempt. But to kick and scream, like, if we keep doing this to each other as like a whole society, no one's going to fucking listen to anything anyone has to say.
Well, yeah, but nobody wants to be told what to say anyway. Like,
No.
you told the stewardess, maybe she could talk.
There
talk
you
to
go.
him, know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right, that's the stewardess's job. To somebody else to regulate on a plane, not some crazy woman.
Right.
Could you imagine 75-year-old Rose if someone screaming like that and spitting in my face? punching?
Yeah, right. That's why there's
We'd all go to jail.
Dude,
that
it makes
day.
me like for me, like I don't travel a lot anyway, so it just makes me not want to fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Dealing with a bunch of morons.
Like it's like with the general public, I just want to withdraw from them more and more.
We get an airplane video once every 2 weeks on here. Something's going on an airplane. You know what I mean? It's never good.
No.
It's always the same thing. The mask argument.
Yeah. Like
And someone acting like a
Which,
crazy
whatever, if they tell you to
maniac.
wear the fucking mask on the plane, wear it. But like
Right.
I said, that's the stewardess's job. Everybody sit down,
right.
and then we'll take care of it.
And for her to, it looks like where she went completely out of her way to get in this dude's face. It's totally fucked up. I'm glad she got arrested.
Oh yeah, I hope
for
she gets the book
And
thrown at her.
main reason is because I don't like when people fuck with old people. I'm like,
I don't know if they're saying like the fine in years are like real heavy that she could be looking at. I don't know if it was her or somebody else who got trouble on a plane.
I mean, that's like a federal offense, though, right? When you do shit on.
Well, if they had to stop the plane and take her off,
no, they flew to Atlanta. They
oh, this is during in flight. This all happened.
it was in flight. They went, when they were landing. They were in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And they showed cops. Like she definitely got arrested. As far as the other thing, like I don't know, but if you read something that someone got jammed up like big time, I guarantee it was her because she assaulted him.
they were saying like a $200,000 fine and like 20 years in prison, which probably won't happen. But
Right.
if you at least start there and then work your way down.
Right. Plea out
If
of
she
it.
did like a year in jail, like
She's,
people would
she's
stop
gonna do
doing
a little
this
bit
shit.
of time and and like a couple months, 6 months probation or a year probation where she can't fuck up again.
Yeah. Stop it. That's what you need. Like you can't, no more pat on it. But
Or
back.
if you want to do something, blacklist them off of flights.
Right.
Motherfuckers will change because what are you going to do? You're going to take the train?
Right.
yeah, like a good 6 month year in jail, dude. Nobody
That'll
wants to
fu-
do that.
No.
They'll straighten you out.
Yeah. You ever have a nightmare like you're about to go to jail?
Yeah. One time I did for
It's not-
13 months. It was the worst.
Yeah, you, got the
Groundhog
real-
Day.
you woke up like this shit's real.
Yeah. I started like changing how I walked and shit. Like, yeah, man, y'all just a bunch of short timers in here, dude. Demi Lovato making the list. She was on her reality TV show, which I didn't even know she had, singing to ghosts who were sexually assaulted, and the ghosts were sexually assaulted, and she was singing to make the ghost feel better.
I mean, it's about time somebody started trying to help out sexually abused ghosts.
Like, dude, between that and not be for like her stands in life are, you can't say the word alien because it's offensive to aliens.
Obviously.
And then now she's singing to ghosts that got sexually harassed. I know nothing about what goes on the other side in the spirit realm.
Is she
I
on
don't
drugs?
know. Yeah, she was.
Well, she should get
Yeah.
back on them.
She was on them very heavy. She was a heroin addict.
Heroin and that little crack cocaine.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
and now she's singing.
Was
like,
that so bad?
yeah, like when she was smoking crack, I didn't hear any CDs. singing
I could
still-
say alien.
right. And also, she wasn't like having a show about her singing to a sexually. But the thing about it was like her emotions. Like she was like so taken back by like in what state this ghost was in. She just had to start singing to it to make it feel better. Saying that it worked, the ghost said, "Yeah, that helped."
So she's a medium. She can talk to the ghost.
She's doing
yes.
God's work.
Yes.
Oh well, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she's sticking up for aliens who she's never met and ghosts that she thinks she met, but
Only sexually abused ghosts, not
yeah.
just any ghost.
Yeah. She's a feminist ghost. You know what I mean?
feminist ghosts, so no guys. All right.
No, to tell you the truth, I don't know. It could have been a guy that got sexually. I don't
Yeah.
know. It could have been anyone. I'm just saying, like, I know it was a ghost. And, hey, I just had to put her in corn dick of the week 'cause this is the second
I
thing
mean,
she's
that's an
done.
underserved community, man.
Yeah, it's a niche.
Somebody got to step up for these people.
Yeah, it's a niche market right there. Oh, dude, we're jumping to our brothers in arms. First one, Stephon Diggs, when I scooped up some McDonald's and handed all the employees at the McDonald's $200 each cash. All the employees. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. But I mean, $200 to him is like, that's
Yeah,
like
but still.
$2.
I know that's like what people, but it's like still.
What's it? Well,
It's
you
better
know,
than nothing.
You ain't gonna size them up. You get $200 bill. You're working at McDonald's. You just got a $200 in your pocket.
Right.
You're happy.
Yeah, you're happy as fuck, especially around the holidays.
I think if you do like 200 is the perfect amount to give someone like that could like change their day. You know what I mean? Like you start getting in, like giving some dude 20 grand. He works at McDonald's. You might find him dead the next day.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. You have a
Yeah, right.
valid point there.
Yeah, $200 you can go out, maybe get a gift for someone that you couldn't get, or have a good time. But,
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool that he did that.
It is. That's a good maneuver on his part.
Dude, this one is fucking nuts. So there's a kid. I shouldn't say he's a kid. He's a young man. He's working in a warehouse out in California. His girlfriend doesn't trust other women, so during he works 12-hour shifts. He has to FaceTime her. So his phone's set up with him like packaging up boxes. Like I seen what he did.
Wait, does he have one of those like harnesses where he's
No,
like,
but it's like
videotaping
it's like a
himself?
tablet, and then he's just like packing up boxes. He worked shipping.
What kind of life does this kid have?
Dude, I don't know. He's not like he had a mask on, but like it seemed like he wasn't a bad looking dude. But this girl makes TikToks about this, like bragging, like I don't trust other women. I'm gonna quit my job and go get a job with him. Like everybody was like, dude, run for your life.
That's the only advice you can give the
Right.
guy.
Right.
Dude,
Don't stop.
dude,
Don't
who
you
would-
ever stop.
Dude, would you like hate to like even work with this dude? Like, dude, you can't. If I'm your manager, like, you can't do this.
You can't. I don't know where.
I don't care if she comes up here and stabs you.
I don't know.
Turn
what,
that phone off.
Right. I don't know what job anyone has where you could sit there and FaceTime for any really more than 5 minutes. It's insane to me. It blows my mind. And for her like to have like just to think that that's okay goes back to the people singing at the ice cream store that I'm more important than you, and you're gonna put this on. I don't give a fuck if it slows down production.
I don't care if you lose your job.
Right.
I'm watching.
But even
you
like
make
the
every
company,
minute.
I don't care what the company's trying to get done here. I just want to make sure no girls hit on my boyfriend. Like, dude, if you're out there and you're listening to the podcast, get the fuck away from her. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to get better.
No, she's a psychopath.
The time we're at work, it's good for the soul to be away from your son.
fondness makes the heart, or what is it? Distance
Right.
makes the
Dude,
heart grow
it's like
fonder.
it's like, dude, it's like Ray, this dude that worked with us.
Yeah.
He'd have like a little earpiece in like in between jobs, like he's like checking with like, dude, you're cutting grass all day.
Yeah.
What does she think you're gonna do?
Dude, so-
What? Well,
I
number
mean,
one,
he is a fucking stud muffin.
he is a stud muffin, dude. I mean, you can't keep the customers off him, but I mean, you know,
dude,
he needs time to himself.
Dude, when I just started working at Rosado and Son, they're like, dude, you can go out, put fertilizer on the lawns, take Ray with you. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So as soon as we get in the truck, he gets on the phone. Hey, he's like, Muff? What's that? Muff, it's me. Yeah, Raymond. Yeah, I'm out here putting fertilizer on the ground. Oh, I got to go. I'm like, yeah, you got to go. The whole fucking day, he's like John says, has an earpiece in. He's walking with fertilizer, and he's like talking. Looks like he's talking to himself. But then there's arguments, so he'll stop and start getting mad. You know what I mean?
Fighting with Muffin.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna tell you right now, Muffin. I'm gonna throw you down the fucking steps when I get home. You're drunk again, Muff. I know you are. I know you've been drinking, Muff. And I'm like, Ray, what's going on? He goes, I think Muff's drinking again, but when I see my neighbor, I'm going to beat the shit out of him, too. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, dude, that's why you shouldn't talk to your girlfriend.
Dude,
Yeah, the Exhibit A.
dude, you want to, like give him a text, like, yeah, how's your day going? Good, mine is too. Okay, later.
You could tell when they were fighting because he'd come to work and his hair would be all fucked up. And
Muffin was abusing him.
Rosato's dad would be like, what's the matter now, Ray? I'm going to tell you what, Big John. I'm fucking done with her. And them fucking neighbors, too. My neighbor says one more thing, I'm going to throw him out that motherfucking window.
He says somebody's gonna die.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna die. Like, dog. Dude, it's 6:30 in the morning. Dude. How are you fighting with somebody already?
Well, little Joan, I've been smoking crack all night.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you cut grass? Give him the truck. Let's go.
Oh, man. Dude, and then these nurses that were like pretty much forced to sing Christmas carols at the White House while wearing masks. Did you guys see this? It was like televised on national television. They all had masks on. They're all wearing their like what's that called?
Scrubs.
All wearing their scrubs, and they're all there's like 20 of them. They're like saying like they're our nation's heroes, and they're gonna bring us some Christmas carols. Like I could say 75% of them look like they did not want to
They're
be
like,
there.
"Get me outta
They
here."
might have thought like, hey, you're getting to go to the White House, you're going to eat and stuff. They're like, cool. Oh, by the way, you're going to sing a half hour worth of Christmas songs. And like some of them just weren't feeling it, dude.
Yeah, they went there for the Dr. Pepper like Forrest Gump did. They weren't there to sing.
Yeah. I just thought that was nuts.
Wait, were they like White House staff, or were they just from
no
the hospital, or what?
Just random nurses
They're like, you get over here.
from around the country that got brought into this, that like got specially picked for like their good deeds in hospitals. Like they were like award winning, with
Right,
COVID
right.
going on. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. Like,
Yeah, I
for them to
salute
get-
them too, but why are you
Right,
forcing them to sing
right,
songs?
right.
That's what I mean. Give them a break at
They
that.
could fuck
Do
up.
they sing?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, are they like part of like,
I don't think no, like it didn't seem to me like they definitely weren't in unison because there was like a 70-year-old lady like leading them, and she had the most grooves. You know what I mean? But the rest of them weren't really kicking it too well. You know what I mean? Like they're just like all out of sync, and I'm like, this might be their first time together.
Yeah, no rehearsal for that one, huh?
Dude, I got a good "Am I the Asshole" story. So there's a family, and every year they go to Christmas Eve. They go to a breakfast, but it's adults only. You can't bring your kids. It's siblings only. So like the siblings go and their spouses, cousins and stuff. But like the grandparents don't go and the kids can't go. That's just the rules. They've been doing this for years. So the dude, like, he set it up, sending that text. His brother responds like 3 days before, like, what's going on with the breakfast? He was like, well, we're getting ready to go. He's like, well, are kids allowed to come this year? He goes, no, we've been doing this for 40 years. Our grandmother started doing it. No, kids still aren't allowed to come. You knew that. He goes, well, if kids can't come, I can't make it. So they put the pressure on him to change the rules. He didn't, and they didn't show up. So he says, am I the asshole for not changing the rules?
Nah.
And I'm like, nah, dude, if you got a family tradition like that. And he even said, his in-laws were in town and could have watched the kids.
Yeah, if you have somebody to watch the kids, like that's the whole thing. Like,
You know what it was? I can promise you right now. I don't even know the guy. His wife was putting pressure on him, like, you better talk to your brother and see if my parents can't watch your kids. And he had to go say something to his fucking brother or whatever it was. And the brother was like, fuck you, I'm not doing it. He's like, well, Sharon said, then we can't come then.
dude, let me
I
tell you something,
guarantee it.
dude. There's not one adult that would rather, younger kids would rather not go without their kids to a restaurant.
Right.
That's not enjoyable.
Dude, that's the worst idea in
take
the
your
world.
kids
Take
to
your
a
kids to a restaurant, dude.
It gets better as they get like a little bit older.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if you got young kids, it's a nightmare.
Would I rather go with you and your wife and me and my wife than me and like my kids and your kids? Absolutely.
every time.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why they set that in place. So once a year, they would
Right.
have that. And they would like, and then now this dude wants to take away this like one day that they get together and they have fun. And it's
Well, if it was like a 1 year thing, okay, it's still, but it's 40 fucking years your grandparents started this, so you knew the rules.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, you want to drink a couple mimosas? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah,
You can't
turn
come.
up.
You can't come to the breakfast till you're 18 or whatever the fuck.
I
it
think
is.
it was like till your drinking age.
Well,
and
man,
then like,
I'll see
yeah.
it. I'll see it at Nunny's house.
Until you
dude.
can wipe your own ass. You have to drag me away from the dinner table.
Or yeah, and then when you can't drive anymore,
Yeah.
they're like, okay,
Yeah,
you
maybe
stay home.
when you can drive, you can come and
You're
go drive
16,
dad home.
From 16 to 21, you're the DD. The youngest going to be the
You got to
DD.
earn your
right.
stripes.
Yeah.
You come when you're 18. You get 3 years of driving out of you.
But yeah, I thought that was, I was
No,
like,
that guy's not a dick. He didn't make the rules. He just
No.
follows them.
right. And I'm like, dude, I always, like, we didn't really have traditions in my family, but like, I always like think they're cool. And like, when people have them, I like think they should stick to them, like if they have like,
No matter how weird it is to someone else, I guess your family, like, keep doing it. You got to keep that shit alive,
yeah, there's something to that. It keeps the family together.
Absolutely.
Well, all right, everybody. It looks like we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Are you sick and tired of partying with the same old, and getting the old, boring results? Looking for something maybe different? You need to try Espolon Tequila. 2 shots for a good time, 3 shots you might go get a package, and 4 shots you and your friends are getting on a plane to Vegas. Espolon Tequila, the official tequila of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're sitting down right now and you're listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, you probably want to order a pizza. And if you do, make sure you order from Capizzuto's Pizza, the official pizza that Greenfield's Finest Podcast, located at 422 Greenfield Avenue, phone number 412-521-6570. Mention Greenfield's Finest Podcast whenever you call. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick and tired of hiring heroin-addicted roofers? I know I was. I had 6 of them fall off my roof in one day. I didn't know what to do. I found out about Allen Construction. Their roofers don't do heroin. So if you're looking for roofers that don't do heroin, call 412-954-8337, 412-954-8337. Make sure your roof stays and they don't come back at night to steal the shingles. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're like me, you probably have appliances in your house. TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, all types of stuff. That shit's going to break. And when it does, make sure you call Primetime Appliance, 412-896-1395. They deal with all insurance and warranty companies. They do all the work. All you have to do is call 412-896-1395. Primetime Appliance. Give them a call. I don't know about you, but I ain't got time to be packing boxes and moving stuff all the way around the tri-state area. I just don't got time for it. But I gotta move. What am I supposed to do? Thank goodness I found out about Miracle Movers. Fully bonded and insured, serving the Tri-County area. And they go long and short distance. I just found out they do commercial delivery too. That's Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620. 412-419-2620. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield Podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding your gears. Johnny, what's grinding them gears?
All right, well, it's Christmas time. And so all these presents that they get, and you sit there, you open them, you open this packaging, you gotta throw all this stuff away. And they really, at the end of the day, they just want their iPad.
Really?
You know what I mean?
So all that shit, the
I
bicycle...
mean, unless I say, no more iPads, give me them, I got to put them away.
Yeah.
Then they'll, like, finally break down, go through that withdrawal, and play with, like, these toys that, like, I just opened for 3 days.
And built them bicycles and houses.
The bicycles. Dude, we were out yesterday on them bikes. Like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, no more fucking iPad.
Yeah.
Dude, but you hit it on the head, dude. You could buy them fucking, like you said, the Barbie townhouse with the pool and everything. They're like, can we watch our iPads? Like, motherfucker, I got bloody knuckles from putting this shit together.
Yeah,
like, no, fuck no,
they
you
play
can't
with it
watch
for
your
10
iPad.
minutes. Like, yeah.
What's on the iPad? Like, I don't... because
YouTube, but who knows? Some like
Roblox,
but they can like play with their friends, which Athena's at like they have like can intertwine with like a bunch of like their friends from school.
That's something like we could never. Well, back in our day, you would just go over each
Yeah,
other's
like, call
houses.
someone's house phone.
Yeah, you call the house.
My wife gets them on ABC Mouse, so it's like still stupid like videos and shit. But at least like they count boxes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they'll be deep dives on a lot of stupid shit. But.
Yeah, you go over and Athena's like looking up like an alien, like she's watching Joe Rogan.
Right.
No, my kids will be watching shit that's like on TV, and I'm sitting there like, I thought we were watching fucking Hey Jesse, and you guys are watching it on your iPads. I'm the only asshole here watching Hey Jesse on a fucking television.
Dude, they were watching like this one thing like life hacks, like how to like fix stuff and do different things. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like.
Joe's like, change my oil.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, you guys know how to rotate my tires?
Is there a life hack for that? That's good, though. They learn things.
Oh, man. Dr. Scholes, what's grinding them gears?
All right, man. So, before, like, the holidays and shit, we're busy and stuff. So, Rosa was like, I'm dying for Chinese food. We order a ton of food from Chinatown in downtown. And I was like, dude, I want the... lo mein, give me some chicken lo mein, and I got another dinner because I'm a big guy. I like to eat. So you never finish like your meal when you're eating Chinese food, but you're gonna go smack it in like 2 hours anyway. You know what I mean? Because it never fills you up. So I'm like, oh, dude, I'm ready to go crush my other food. Rose is in the kitchen just smashing my lo mein, dude. I'm like, you ordered some gross ass like peanut butter looking shit, and you're fucking eating my food.
She ordered the peanut butter stuff that no one ever gets.
No, I don't know what it was. It looked terrible, whatever the fuck she got. But it's like, you're eating all my food. Like, you could have ordered anything you wanted off the fucking menu. Now you're crushing my fucking leftovers. You think I'm going to eat that garbage that you have. Like, show some respect, man. Jesus Christ.
I remember, I got a funny story. Dude, I went to Nemacolin when me and Addie first started dating. And, like, they had this really nice family dinner. And her aunt, who's like, I love her Aunt Fran, but she's like a professor and stuff. And she ordered elk. And I remember, like, she took it around the table and, like, gave everyone a piece of elk. And I'm like, she doesn't like this.
Yeah,
she ordered this just to get it, because if she loved elk, why would she give out all 12 pieces to us? Because, like, I've never had elk. It didn't taste that. It was okay.
The meat.
Was it gamey? What, like?
No, it was like cooked. It didn't taste like gamey, like deer. It didn't taste like deer, even though it's like the same thing. It tasted a little bit different.
Meat's dark, though. It's like almost purple.
This was like rare. It was like a rare elk thin.
was like-
yeah.
Yeah, like
So I was
purple.
like, dude, I'll eat it. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like, why would you order? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, come on, man, stick to the hits.
That's what you know.
Yeah.
So when I confront her, she's like, "Well, you always order the best stuff. Like, there's 12 things on the menu, dude. You know what I mean? Like, take your swing. You don't have to eat all my leftovers every time I get it, because no one wants to eat her shit." And then she's like, "Oh, well, only one that's left is mine." You well played, you bastard.
Dude, I know from my gear grinder, like, I went out Christmas shopping super last minute. Like, I like did a little bit Thursday, Friday I finished. So Friday's Christmas Eve. I'm going on. I went to like 5 different stores. And like, I know we brought this up on here, but I don't care. It's, I'll bring it up again. I'm so fucking sick and tired of whenever I'm like putting my card in and then they said, "Would you like to round up?" And I'm like, "Round up for what?" And they're like, "Well, it's only a penny." And I'm like, "No."
Bah humbug.
I'm like, "No. I'll do good on my own." But like, what's that penny? Does it even go? We don't even know where it goes. So you're taking everyone's penny. Can we round up, take your penny? Can we take your 32 cents? Can we take this?
How many turkeys is that fucking really buying?
I mean, dude, well, here's the thing. I just watched a thing on YouTube. I was deep diving one night about how much percentage actually goes to these organizations when it's taken. They're like, when Giant Eagle and any of them, when they like do a fundraiser, they get a percentage for running the program, like for the overhead.
Yeah.
So they're taking money before they even give it to that program. So when that program gets the money, they have to take off their overhead. So like you
get 20 cents on every dollar maybe goes to the
Right.
actual charity that you're fucking looking
I
at.
think the best ones were I think it was United Way, and I think Salvation Army was a good one. And like the rest of them, there was one that was like 83% goes to CEOs. It was showing their CEO like,
Dude.
That's why you start a nonprofit.
You just tell them, like, dude, I donate on my own independently.
well, I'm like, yeah, I do a lot of stuff for the community. I don't know if you probably didn't hear this, but actually I have a podcast, Greenfield's Finest podcast, and we actually won Citizens of the Year in Greenfield. I just want to let
Dude,
you know.
on the
They
gas,
don't just give that out.
Yeah, on the gas pumps, like, do you want to donate this much to the food bank? Like, do you see how much gas is?
Right.
Why don't you give them some of your money?
Right. Donate some gas to this fucking truck.
Yeah. But take out of your profit.
You fucking pieces of scum.
Oh, scumbag.
And then
dude.
the best is they try to sneak in the car wash on you down at get-go. So like you'll be like pushing the buttons, all of a sudden car wash comes up. You know what I mean?
Or they'll be like, you need some windshield wiper fluid?
Yeah, and then you're like, hey, what the fuck's going on? But I mean, I'm hip to that.
Like, dude, if I want your windshield wiper fluid, I'll just take it.
I'll
and put
just
it in my
steal
truck.
it like
Yeah.
everybody else does.
Yeah, yeah, I ain't
Well, I
gonna
look like a loser.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for that. Forget about
Dude,
it.
I remember in Archie's back in the day, like these chicks would come in, they were like, "Yeah, we're like save the titties," and like you'd be sitting there like eating wings, getting a little bit drunk, and they
Yeah.
come in like
Half
they
naked.
were like for like breast cancer, like
They come in half naked.
all right, here's
Right.
$5, and then like, dude, by the 10th time, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
get away from me. I'm like got a wing in my mouth.
Everybody gives them $5,
Right.
and they're buying shots
Like
for
this,
their
yeah.
friends.
This is like a scam, dude.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. Don't even let these girls in here.
Yeah, you came in a wife beater with a fucking coffee mug.
Jack's like they tip good.
Yeah.
Let
him in.
Jack,
with
they're
John's
big
money.
spenders.
Yeah, with John's money, they see a table full of soccer.
They're driving Benzes and shit, dude.
But yeah, like I'm totally against that. I think if anything, I get it. People don't carry cash, whatever. But I don't think it's appropriate for stores to be asking you to round up. Like they're making money. If they're not making enough money to give them a penny, then they're out of business.
Like, why don't you round down and take what you were going to charge me, and then you give it to them?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Why don't you give me 10% off of this shirt, and then that 10% goes to
Give
that
it to them.
Give it to them. That's a great idea.
Yeah, don't even
I'd
be
give you
10%. Yeah, like if it's like 10, 15, take the 15 cents off. You give it to them.
Right. Give me
Yeah,
a
now
little-
you're helping me and them.
right.
Now you're doing
That'd
good.
be a good idea for a company to say, hey, we're going to do this. Say, for every time you spend $10, you know what I mean? Everything that's 10, 15.
Do you mind if I take 50, round down and then donate your money? Round down.
Do you mind? Like,
By all means.
Yeah, by all means.
Proceed.
because I used to go in Lowe's all the time when I was on heroin.
Round down.
Yeah, I would just, you know what I mean? I didn't realize you had to pay for them tools.
You were rounded down to the lowest denominator.
Yeah,
which was
I'm
zero.
like, man, why is this guy like? Does he want to get an autograph or something? He's chasing me through the parking lot.
You want me to sign this deep wall drill, sir?
Dude, this next thing it totally made me think of used to being not having some beers. So there's a bar. It's called Stock Market, and it's the whole bar is like a stock market theme. And what it is like just like it's like got a NASDAQ board up, and the prices of the drinks and the beers. I think I only seen beers on the board, but they fluctuate. So like if everyone's buying a certain beer, that beer goes up. Like, you know what I mean? But if no one's buying it, it goes down. Like, how would you feel like if Miller Lights were up there and you're like, what's the Miller Lite go? Was it about $5?
Yeah, roughly.
$5. And say like a group of you guys go in there and you love Miller Lights and you're hammering Miller Lights. Well, your next Miller Lite now is $6.25, and then your next one is like $7. And your next one, like, I'm like, dude, what kind of like?
I mean, that's like a gimmick. Like, it's probably cool the first time. Like, you got to switch your game up, hit some other beer. But bring that up. There's a funny rule they have on cruise ships. I don't know if this was a loophole back in the day, where if you went to a bar, like I went there with a wedding party, so it was a bunch of us.
Yeah.
We'd go to a bar and we would buy them all out of one certain beer. Say there's 10 of us, everybody's drinking Stella Artois, so we all drink that, and they only have so many cases of it at that bar. So they might run a couple cases from other bars, but once you drink them out of that, the rest of your drinks are free. So we'd go there and we'd hit them for like Amstel Lights or something that they have none of, you know?
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, okay, they're free. Everybody's drinking Crown on the rocks now. You know, we would kill them. But you can only do that like, so many times. They caught on, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just saw. I was like,
if you've seen it, like, all right, dude, I guess we
better get on the Miller Lights now because they're about to jump
the
up.
Miller Lights are going through the roof.
You got to have a strategy.
Yeah. Where's Crown Royal at right now?
Yeah, right. I guess it's Canadian Club.
Go High Life.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got to have a strategy.
Yeah. So in one way it'd be like kind of like a funny thing. Like, dude, after these fucking idiots came in here, Miller Lights are $17 a bottle now.
Right. And if you're the idiot, it's like, I'll buy this round. And the first round was like, $30. The second round was like $72.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I got to get in early.
Yeah, right. I'll buy the first round. But that's that's a gimmick thing. You go there once or twice just to see it, and then it's probably old.
Yeah, it's different.
Right. I was just.
I thought you were gonna say like these dudes are like lying that they're at work, like they're like
no,
still
just a whole bunch
working
of
the
people.
stock market.
No.
They have a printer running the whole time, like you're at the office.
Yeah, there's someone in the back just ringing bells. He's like, honey, I gotta go. It's going on. It's going nuts.
Bye.
And the dude's holding up a bag of Coke. He's like, bye.
Hey, what's cocaine at right now?
He's like, my buddy just walked in with some talking dust. I gotta go.
Talking dust.
Some talking powder. Oh,
that's
man.
pretty good. I like that one.
All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna have more Greenfield's Finest podcast. If you're like me, I bet you have the same opinion. Are you sick and tired of smoking hot chicks and delicious chicken wings? Well, I know I am. So if you are too, make sure you stay away from bootleggers over in Oakland at 403 Semple Street. Because all it is delicious chicken wings, cheap drinks, and smoking hot bartenders. That's bootleggers at 403 Semple Street over in Oakland. Over and out. Are you in the market right now for buying a house? Maybe in the market for selling a house. Have you heard about Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services? If you haven't, maybe you should check them out. They're located right here locally in Pittsburgh at 106 South 18th Street in Southside. A lot of people think that they only service the Southside, but that's not true. They handle all the Pittsburgh area, and they also handle property management too. So if you're looking for a good real estate company that's locally owned and locally ran, call Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services at 412-431-1718. That's 412-431-1718. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, everybody, just to let you know real quick, Carlson & Son Real Estate now does notary. If you need your wills, trust, advance directive, executorship, custody, guardianship, power of attorney, or court documents notarized, contact Carlson & Son Real Estates. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the South Side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Thanks so much for sticking around. We're about to do What Would Greenfield Do? Whoop, whoop. All right, we got a couple of these today. All right. Okay, what would Greenfield do first? Would you rather, A, be in jail for 5 years, or B, a coma for a decade?
I probably want to be in a coma for a decade.
That surprises me you'd say
why?
that.
That's a lot of
Because
time.
you have kids.
I didn't think of it that angle. I only thought about myself.
You selfish
Yeah.
bastard.
I think I want to go sit in a fucking jail for 5
Sit in a
years.
fucking hole for 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, what do I look like, an animal?
That's a tough question. It
I
really.
like to sleep.
I'm like,
I like to sleep. There you go.
that's a super tough question. The coma is almost like, yeah, but like the thing with the coma is like, you don't know what you're walking into when you come out of the coma. You know what I mean?
Everybody's
Like,
10 years older.
everyone's 10 years older, but your lady, your house, everything's gone. Like,
Yeah.
you might have to start over from fucking.
They might be gone when you go to jail for 5 years.
They could be, but at least, you know what I mean, you could like stay in touch with them. Like,
Yeah.
You have some semblance of, like, what's going on in the world.
the coma would be much easier to do. Like, you'd wake up 10 years from now.
Rumpelstiltskin.
It's the easy way
style.
out. That's what I'm all about.
It'd be 50. You'd be like 50 years old, but like your kids are 10 years older. Everything's. I mean, like,
Like, yeah, right now, dude, 10 years, man, fuck, I'd be 50 years old. That's a lot. That's prime lifetime.
So
I'm
imagine your girls being like, would you rather like get out and they're 16 or 11?
No, I'd rather see them, like, through glass and let them know that their dad's a piece of shit before I just abandon them for 10 years.
You're in jail for being a hero. Like, you didn't do a bad crime.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, so like you were like, it's not.
No, but honestly, yeah, I would rather, like I said, pretend that I have a life than be out of it for 10 years.
I would definitely have to talk to my lady about it, and I would be like, listen, like, if you're gonna stick with me through this, but if not, like, the jail, like, I'm taking the coma. Like, if you're gonna be out, like, you know what I mean, if you're like, it's one thing if you're out, like, whatever, but like when I come back, we're getting back together. Like, I need you to sign this paper, and we're getting back together after that 5 years. If not, sign me up for the coma.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends what you're waiting for on the other side.
Because I'm not going through 5 years of hell in jail just to come home to hell.
To find out that you're a hooer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd take 5 more years to get my shit back together. I could have been sleeping the whole time.
To go back to jail for killing people.
All right, this is a good one. I wish Jack was here for this one. All right. What would Greenfield do? If you were reincarnated, would you rather be an airborne creature, which is like a bird or whatever, or a sea creature?
I get it. Fish or bird.
Yeah.
I would have to go with flying, dude. That'd be the way to go, don't you think? You could annoy Jack.
That's what I would
Fly
do.
around, check out
Just
the
go
scenery.
annoy Jack for missing every other week.
And the thing about being like the sea creature, like, I just feel like if you're like in a pond or you're in like that, you're stuck there.
That's your
Dude,
whole
you don't know
world.
what's under there.
No, I don't. And like, if you're a bird, I mean, in my head, like, I know they go down Florida for the summer. For the
You see
winter.
the bird's environment.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Right. I don't know what's below surface.
Dude, there's some weird shit they've been like. I've been seeing like, dude, some of these fish that they're finding at like deeper levels.
I've seen that.
Look like little aliens.
Yeah. Did you see the one that had its tongue attacked by like
A parasite. The parasite,
Jomo.
like, he took over its tongue.
Yeah. Like I don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
that
there's some
made me
sick looking
Gonna
shit.
fly
in the
like an
ocean.
eagle.
That was
I would fly like a fucking bird. Absolutely.
that popped up on my phone as soon as I was like looking up that question, and like I looked at like, no way do I want my tongue getting taken over by a parasite. The fish's tongue just fell out, and then now it's like a little
Old slug tongue.
it looks like a little ghost. It's like a little white with two beady eyes. It's just like
It's scary looking.
yeah, it scared the fuck out
That's
of
what
me.
I mean. We know less. We know more about the moon than we do fuck under the ocean. Dude.
That's
Like,
the
I don't
truth.
want to be down there.
It's like sharks chasing me around if I'm not the shark.
Yeah. If
But
you're,
no,
if you're
but no.
apex predator like a
Right.
fucking eagle. or
No,
something,
that's the part though. Air, you can be whatever you want either way. So like, if you're underneath, if you want to be a fucking great white shark, you can be one, dog. So like, I don't know what kind of, I don't know. It don't seem that appealing. But like, I'm not a big underwater guy.
yeah. I mean, I can swim. I like the water, but I'd rather
If
fly.
you could,
dude.
but if you could go to, we'll put it in this context then too. You can go anywhere you want to go. You're not going to be stuck in a pond. You can go to, if you want to be down in the Gulf, or you want to be like on the islands or towards Hawaii.
you ain't stuck in like the North Atlantic freezing your
Right.
balls off.
You
all
can
the
be
time.
down in Hawaii or something. Like it
I'd
might
still
not.
rather fly there, dude.
You'd rather fly?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you want to deal with a bunch of squid underground,
No.
under the sea. It's disgusting under there.
All right. Here's the last one, guys. What would Greenfield do? Would you rather have 5 half-size clones of yourself, or 1 clone of yourself, but it's the exact same size?
I'd rather just have one of me. I could just hang out with all the time.
All right.
No way.
Like a twin brother.
Yeah, but dude, you got to have the 5 little minions that you got. You know what I mean? And if
5 elves.
right? You know,
Around Christmas time, it
and
would have helped.
Any of them get out of line, you could kick their ass. If it's the same size as you might be in for a fight. You know?
No, and we're missing the most important thing. If it's the exact clone, I mean the exact size of us, they're going to be banging our ladies.
Yeah, what if he's cooler than me?
Yeah. What if my clone's like way funnier? He has a better. He goes on his awesome comedy career and starts his own podcast, and I'm like, that motherfucker, them little 5 fuckers, I can keep in check.
Right?
Yeah,
you
you're
straighten them
right.
out when you go.
I'm like,
there.
cuz, dude, someone got to handle this laundry. There's 5 Ians. You know what I mean? But
That's a hell of a landscaping crew there, too.
Yeah,
Now that I think about it.
no one's getting not much hedge trimming. You
Yeah,
know?
right.
But they can pull weeds like a motherfucker.
You're only gonna be able to do medium sized houses.
Rizardo's like thinking in his head, like if we each had 5 clones, that'd be 10 more people.
We don't have to do shit no more.
No, that's our goal.
Hey, you
That's
can get,
it.
You can get little trucks, everything.
Yeah, well, there already is a dude that works there, can't see over the steering wheel. The funniest thing in the world is seeing this dude drive a truck, and all you see him coming down the street is hands.
You see knuckles.
You see knuckles, dude.
Dude, he sits farther away from the steering wheel than you do, my man.
And dude, I said,
Both of you, dude. I go to get in the truck, dude. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, Z-Bird ain't that much shorter than me. What the hell is he
I
doing?
like to see that. I like to be with
You got to be up in it, dude.
I want to know. what's going-
Z-Bird's up on it, dude. He's at the first rung of that seat.
Safety first.
At a
cuz.
90-degree angle.
Exactly, safety first. Cuz.
Absolutely, man.
I ain't got time to lean back. I just got into driving. I don't want to lose those privileges.
Right, what do you think? I got 5 midgets to do all those work for me, dude? I got to arrive alive.
Yeah. Oh, dude. But yeah, that was a pretty good episode today, guys. And then we're gonna get wrapped up. Everybody, we hope you guys have a healthy and happy New Year from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We love you guys. Thanks for all your listens and your support. January 29th, we're gonna be doing a comedy show out at Comtra Theater again. There'll be more posted about that this week. I'm pretty sure we got the headliner, but we're gonna lock it down this week for sure. Also, a lot of people reached out about the Greenfield University sweatshirts. We're going to be re-putting those ones, solely those ones, back up for sale come beginning of January. So everyone who was asking, I got about 10 messages about it. We will have them again, and you'll be able to find them. If you can't find the stuff on the internet, slide in my DMs, and I'll give you the link. But it's actually, like, to find the link, all you do is click on our bio, and there's a link there. But if you can't find it, message me. I'll get you all set up. Everybody, thanks for sticking around, and remember, folks, Greenfield loves you. We're out.